Welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the Locker Room. Football season fully upon us now. We just got finished watching Week 1 college action, but tonight our focus is on Week 2 of the high school season across Northeast Indiana. So let's jump right into it with our Friday face-off matchup. We've got East Noble playing host to the Snider Panthers. The Panthers were just the only team to beat the defending 4A state runner-up Knights in the regular season last year. So the home team looking for revenge, and they're going to start by getting on the board first. That is Ian Ramey powering through, reaching the ball across the goal line. East Noble converts the PAT, and that makes it 7-0 in the first. Now, the Knights on defense. Snider looking to level it up with the run up the middle, but look out, Alexander Phillips with the big hit. The junior linebacker keeping the Panthers from ripping off that big play. The first quarter then comes to an end. Standing ovation for the championship team from the year 2000, honored in tonight's game. But back to the action now for the second quarter. Riley Biller to Alexander Scott. He sheds multiple tackles, dives to the pylon, and gets across. That is a 13-0 lead for East Noble. Snider does rally, but not enough, and East Noble pulls away. The Knights pick up their revenge win, 29-7, your final. Staying in the region, Garrett hosts DeKalb. The Railroaders won this battle in OT last season. Tonight, they have an early 7-0 lead, but not for long. Coming out of the halftime break, and that's DeKalb's Brady Kohler, taking the handoff, breaking multiple tackles, and powering his way into the end zone. After the kick, the Barons will draw even with the Railroaders. So now it's Garrett's turn to attempt to punch back. But on the snap, that ball goes nowhere. No one has the ball. It stays on the line of scrimmage. DeKalb falls on it. The Barons take possession once again. This would really be the story of the second half. Garrett making too many mistakes, and the DeKalb defense locks in. The Barons spoil the Railroaders' home opener, a big 28-7 win for them. Now let's take a look at the stream from Leo High School, where the Lions are hosting Angola, and Leo getting this all-purple matchup going with the first quarter 60-yard touchdown. That's a house call. Lions strike first in this one. Angola, though, going right back, and they are going to respond through the air. This one is aired out 25 yards. And that is going to draw us level again. Now picking this up in the third quarter, Leo says anything you can do, we can do better. 44 yards through the air to the house. The Lions take the lead 20-6, and after the PAT, that would be it. Leo wins this one 21-6, your final score. And then Bluffton welcoming Manchester to town for the Tigers home opener. The Tigers keeping the momentum from last week's thriller early. The little bootleg to the tight end, easy touchdown there. And then in the second, punching this one in from the goal line, 17-0. Tigers have a nice lead, but watch this play from Manchester right after. The ball to the air, one-handed catch, and still on his feet, running to the house, Cody Carroll, 65 yards. That gets Manchester on the board, but it is not enough, though, as Bluffton wins this one big, 45-6. Now, while we're staying up north, we can't ignore the Eastside Blazers. They're hosting the defending 2A champs, Adams Central, and the Jets keep on flying. They were pressured, but they pick up the win, 32-21. Turning our attention back to the Summit City now, and Fort Wayne is home to a slew of early season tests. The north side of the city really taking the brunt of this Week 2 schedule. A lot of action up there. So let's start at Northside, where the Legends are hosting the Bulldogs of New Haven, and Northside getting out to the quick 3-and-out on defense, but that's a muffed punt leading to a mad dash, and New Haven is going to fall on it, ending up with a first down. Then a couple plays later, and DJ Simpson drive it in for the score. Northside, though, they're going to respond. This is a 4th and 14 play. Jarmeek Harrison taking the pass all the way to the house. He runs. No one is going to catch him in this one. That said, the score stays 7-6. New Haven hits a long field goal, make it 10-6. And that's where we find Harrison again. That's just one play after a penalty. Pulls the 60-yard touchdown off the board. He does it again. Crosses the field, dodges the defenders, takes it right back to the house. The Legends get their first lead of the night, and it would not, yes they would hold on to it 39-23, your final. All right, sticking with our northern theme tonight, it's Northrop hosting Huntington North. The Bruins picking us off tonight, and look out with Huntington North's Christian Jamison. He takes this kick right from the get-go back 90 yards. He's going to go. Now, credit to Northrop for not giving up on that play. So he is down near the sideline, but still Vikings go up 7-0 early. Ensuing Northrop drive, though, that's David Callison hitting Quay Guilford for the circus catch. There's a reason this guy is getting scouted. He's juggling the ball, but the tightrope act down the sideline. He is going to score his first of 3 touchdowns tonight. Now, Huntington North still fighting. That is Lathan James hitting James Linker with that deep ball, 70 yards, setting up a Viking score. Huntington North would lead at 20-6, but Northrop would storm all the way back, and the Bruins pick up the 31-23 comeback victory. Northrop advances to 2-0 on the season. Now, some other Fort Wayne teams in action tonight. We've got Concordia Lutheran playing host to Eastbrook, but it's the visitors coming away with that big win, and Blackhawk Christian and Southern Wells facing off at Taylor University. Blackhawk picks up its first win over an in-state opponent in the program's 3-year history, 15-12, close game. Now, we didn't have to travel far to be at this next game, but, well, Center Grove certainly did. They battle the Carroll Chargers tonight. Trojans holding a tight lead entering the second half. The defense not giving Carroll any breathing room. That is Frankie Hazy coming up with the sack. Now, we turn our attention, Center Grove. They've got the ball, and Oscar Sloan is going to air this one out way deep, but Carroll's Andrew Shee goes up and comes down with it. He's fired up, throws the ball into the stands, perhaps a bit too fired up. Celebration does draw multiple penalties against Carroll, but still gives the Chargers a chance to score. Can they do it? That Center Grove defense, nope, just too good tonight. Hazy, another sack, joined by Cameron Linder this time, and Carroll falls to Center Grove 35-24. Meanwhile, the Homestead Spartans making the trip to Noblesville to face the Millers. Millers down 3 early, looking for their first touchdown when we've got Windsor Hutchins sending the ball way deep into the air, straight to Cody Prater in the back of the end zone. Great catch by him, and the Millers take the lead 10-6. Now Spartans trying to answer. Logan Frieden pass to Carter Kennedy. That's a first down and more. He's eventually tackled, but hey, Spartans certainly feeling good in the red zone. And then a few plays later, Shane Bardwell on the run, loses the ball, but recovered by Noblesville, Ryan Overly. That is going to be the last play of the half when the Millers are going to pick off Frieden's pass, but the Spartans end up locking in, blank the Millers in the second half, and Homestead comes away with the win 13-10. Back in Fort Wayne now, Bishop Dwenger hosting an out-of-state opponent, the St. Francis de Sales Knights from Toledo. Second quarter, Dwenger defense forcing a 2-yard loss on the nice tackle. However, under 2 minutes in the half, and the Knights are throwing for the end zone. Way up, way deep, a lot of contact on that one, and that sets up a DeSales first and goal. And just 20 seconds left in the half, and Knights QB KJ Collins Walker finding Jaden Houston back of the end zone. Houston just getting the toe in bounds. The Knights take the lead. However, Bishop Dwenger would block the ensuing PAT, and that would lead to some big momentum. In the second half, the Saints take the game over, erasing a halftime deficit. Bishop Dwenger wins this one 31-15. All right, let's take a trip to Southside High School now, as they're hosting South Bend. St. Joseph and Huskies leading 14-0. Start of the third quarter. The Sean Payton special, Ryder Place recovering his own onside kick with the surprise. That drive would end in a punt, but later in the quarter, that's going to be a nice wide-open catch in the end zone, 16-0. St. Joseph knocking on the door. That pass caught by Dallas Downey. Huskies go up 23-0. Ensuing kickoff now. Ryder Place and the Huskies kicker giving the Archers fits tonight. The short pooch kick muffed by Southside. Recovery by St. Joseph. The Huskies roll tonight 26-0. Your final score there. We've also got a Fort Wayne team in South Bend tonight. A little bit of a trade-off. The Wayne Generals challenging South Bend Riley under 2 minutes before halftime. Riley leading 20-6, and the Wildcats getting a big stop on fourth down by Jameer Jackson. Next possession, Nick Washington connects with Tyrese Jones. 15-yard touchdown, and Riley takes the 26-6 lead. They'd keep dominating in the third quarter, winning this one ultimately 33-6. That one just wrapped up. Now, those weren't the only local area schools playing out-of-region teams tonight. Let's run down the list. Prairie Heights making the trip up to Michigan to face Bronson, but not able to do enough to win. Then Warsaw hosting Warren Central. The Warriors pummeled the Tigers last year before Warsaw made a run to the 5A state title game. This time it's a bit closer, but Warren Central still gets that win. Staying up north, it's the Lakers hosting the Eagles from Turtletown. Lakeland squeaks out the tight victory, 14-12. Then in Charger Country, West Nova playing host to the Warriors from Wawasee, and it's the host taking this one 35-19. Heading south now, Belmont took the trip to Bern to face South Adams, where the Starfires roll 53-zip. To East Allen County we go, in Monroeville, where Heritage picks up that win in OT, and Woodland wins big over Central Noble. And we've got a pair of NE8 teams next, with Norwell just narrowly losing out to Oak Hill. Columbia City, though, picking up that nice victory over Plymouth. And we've got a trio of Wabash County teams on the road tonight, too, starting with Wabash, but they lose to North Miami. Then Northfield travel to Lewis Cass, where they also fall 43-13. We've got Southwood on the road against Madison Grant, and it's Southwood getting the donut in this one, but we're also following Whitcote in Peru. Peru wins that one 32-22. Finally, the Fairfield Falcons on the road against John Glenn. Fairfield flying high 38-20. And Fremont, the big win, dropping 63 points on Blackford. Can't forget about Fremont. Got to show them some love as well. All right, now it is time for our play of the night. And for this one, we have to go back to Bluffton. The Tigers may have won this one, and they won it handily, but it's the Manchester wide receiver Cody Carroll making highlights. The one-handed grab over the defender all the way to the house. What a play by the junior wideout. Certainly one for the highlight reel, and that is our play of the night.